say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming?
Welcome to a history episode with FAFO Media's Must and Hail.
The Naval Act of 1916, paving the way for women in the U.S. military. I'm Must and Hail, Chief Analyst and Investigative Reporter here at FAFO Media. Welcome and enjoy this Women's History Month episode. Let's kick things off with Josephus Daniels. Yes, the same man who inspired the term Cup of Joe. That's a story for another time, but today we're focusing on his critical role in U.S. naval history during his time as Secretary of the Navy from 1913 to 1921. While Daniels didn't directly write the Naval Act of 1916, he was instrumental in advocating for its key provisions. As he pushed for naval expansion and modernization, core points of the act, he collaborated closely with Congress members, including Claude Swanson and others on the House Naval Affairs Committee, to help shape this important legislation. The Naval Act was signed into law on August 29, 1916, authorizing a significant expansion and modernization of the U.S. Navy in response to national security concerns and a shifting global military landscape. Interestingly, the act did not explicitly mention the enlistment of women. However, its ambiguous language allowed for future interpretations that included women. Secretary Daniels and the Bureau of Navigation determined that nothing in the act prevented women from enlisting in the reserves, unlocking a new resource for the Navy that allowed naval personnel to handle administrative tasks and free up able-bodied men for sea duty. On March 19, 1917, Daniels officially opened the door for women to enroll in the U.S. Naval Reserve Force. Just a few days later, Lieutenant Commander Frederick R. Payne at the Naval Home in Philadelphia was given the green light to enlist a woman. He approached Loretta Perfectus Walsh, asking if she would join as a chief yeoman, and she readily agreed. On March 21, 1917, after modifying a male chief petty officer's uniform, she was officially enlisted at the Naval Home. Fast forward to today, while we still combat gender pay gaps, Chief Walsh broke new ground by receiving equal pay to her male counterparts in the Navy. As a trailblazer, she became the foremother of every woman who has served this great nation, including the nearly 230,000 women actively serving in the U.S. military today. Loretta Perfectus Walsh is fondly honored by U.S. Navy sailors for her incredible legacy. The chief rested her oars and passed away in 1925 after a battle with tuberculosis and was laid to rest in St. Patrick's Cemetery in Blakely, Pennsylvania, close to her birthplace in Olyphant. Thank you for joining us to learn about Loretta Perfectus Walsh. Her story is women's history. If you enjoyed this episode, please like, follow, share, and subscribe to our growing library of platforms. Until next time, Must and Hail, FAFO out.
Of the free and the home of the brave.